A great pleasure to welcome the convener of TiEcon 2009, Gary Gauba. Gary, welcome.
Thank you.
So far, it's been a great conference. You have been a serial entrepreneur before, and then you took this role of a convener. I'm sure this is much tougher than all your roles put together. Wanted your thoughts on how this conference came about and how we built such a great event.
Yeah, it was fun. I think it was challenging but fun. And will I do it again? Absolutely. I think if you think about it, right, when we launched TiEcon, what it was 4 months back, we viewed it as a product launch. We're launching a company with the product launch on May 15th, and we viewed that we have to go raise X amount of money since we are non-profit. We rely on sponsors and other avenues like exhibitors and in-kind sponsors to help us raise the money. And then we have volunteers. We had 400 plus volunteers.
Yeah.
And we create a structure: sales, registration, content, operations, entertainment, and we make it happen. I think it was a lot of fun. Like I was talking about during the TiEcon, believe in Darwin's theory. So as we get into TiEcon 2010, we'll adapt, evolve, and thrive.
But it's been especially challenging this year because of the way the economy is. And unlike previous years where we probably had better opportunities to raise funds, to run this conference, as you say, a startup company, I want a couple of examples of how you met these challenges in terms of sponsorships.
Yeah, I think the key thing is as you approach the sponsors and weave the story, I think we were fortunate where we had some amazing sponsors like Visa, Intuit, Sybase, Ontario, TIPCO, the list goes on. They are entrepreneur at heart, all these companies and their CEOs. And they were able to correlate the message of TI, the vision of TI, and a theme of TiEcon, and they stepped up. And look at this record attendance, 3,600 people. Plus, I guess we are 20% over the last year. And I think people really believe in terms of the message which we are trying to propagate, the tools, insights which we are arming the entrepreneurs so that they can be successful. '09 is the year to launch a company. Essentially, innovation is in the DNA of an entrepreneur. If you look at the larger companies, their focus is all about bottom line and ensuring, right, they meet the Wall Street numbers. Innovation will take a back seat. So that's the reason 2009 is the year when entrepreneurs can really get out there, take advantage of the downturn, launch a business, and beat the next corporate giant of tomorrow.
The one question that people always ask, and they are asking again this year, is yes, we take it that this is a good opportunity to start new businesses, but funding is really tight. So it's catch-22. How do you balance that?
If you have a right concept, a right idea, and you have vetted that with the customers, VCs are very willing to invest. It's not that they don't have the money. They're just careful. And I think it's how you get them comfortable with your concept and show them how it has been vetted by the customers. They will invest.
I want you to reflect back to your first venture, and I'm sure the other ventures were similar, and the entrepreneurs are going to start new ventures because the foundations are pretty similar. When you reflect back on the very first venture, I want you to think back and let us know what was the most challenging thing that you faced and how you overcame. And in the current economic times, when if you were to start a new one, will you face a similar thing or will it be different, you think?
If I fail a similar thing, then I'll be stupid. I believe in Darwin's theory. You have to adapt, evolve, and thrive. If you make a mistake once, don't repeat it. That's the golden mantra. Okay, when you do a company for the first time, it's focus on how do I get the company started, get the market share, and get out there. We don't focus on the bottom line or EBITDA, cash flow, and that element you learn with experience. The operational excellence element, entrepreneurs, they don't believe in operational excellence. But as you start growing the company, that becomes critical. So that's something I would do very differently. And that's part of the reason at the business bootcamp this year we added that topic. Best practices in cash flow management. so that entrepreneur can understand earlier on and avoid those pitfalls.
Okay. Coming back to the conference again, which element of conference did you think going in will be the most challenging? And having delivered a successful conference, which turned out to be the most challenging?
So Mateen, you are hinting at, should I say TIE 50? I think TIE 50 was probably one of the more challenging ones because of the magnitude and the process. I think the TIE 50 team has done a phenomenal job. We had 1,200 plus nominations, and we were able to select 50 plus companies, and all 50 companies showed up at TIE. So that's phenomenal. I think it goes to hard work of your team and your key advisors, Mr. Ram Reddy, Uday, and Murli. So it's a hats off to you and your team. I don't know all the team members' name, but you can add those. I think TIE 50 probably was in that category, I would say.
And having delivered the conference, now when you look back, you still think that was the only one going in and leaving the conference out? That was the only one?
It's not over, is it?
Well,
Can I get over tomorrow?
I know.
I'll answer that tomorrow.
All right, on that note, thank you very much for giving us your time. I appreciate that.
Sure, anytime. Looking forward to seeing you at TiEcon 2010.